We are still in the basics. And this is triggers, common denominators, themes. And this you're going to reflect on every 2 weeks to every month. Okay? You're going to sit down. This is where you're going to have to journal. You're going to have to do some writing. Okay? When something happens to you, and you know, like especially when you say this always happens to me, or this has happened before, I want you to write it down. Try to go in as much detail as possible. And then in 2 weeks to a month, you're going to reflect again. How many times did this common trigger, did this common theme, and this common denominator happen to you? Sometimes it will happen in a month, sometimes it'll take 2 months. But what you're looking for is what's reoccurring. What's reoccurring? And start figuring out what that is. And this is self-reflection. This is still looking at you. Because you can't fix what doesn't work unless you're aware. So what is your trigger? What is your theme? What is your common denominator? Only when it's things that upset you. Only when it's things that, you know, like, let's say you're always paying a bill late and it just doesn't sit right with you. Write it down. That, you know, you even had an alarm go off on your phone and you still forgot to pay the bill. Write that down. The next time when something's important and you forgot, write that down. Then you're going to take the time to sit there and reflect on it. That means just sit, read what you wrote, and don't let your messy brain come in, and just keep on rereading it and rereading it. And then you're going to have this epiphany, you're going to have this aha moment, because you're being a kid and you're letting possibilities and opportunities come in. And you're going to see what actions you need to do differently to help yourself. You're going to see what's your common thing you always do in these situations, and you're going to do something different. But once again, you can't fix something unless you're aware of it. And yeah, you can say, well, yeah, I'm always late with my bills. But that's not good enough because it hasn't worked. Sometimes it can be something as easily as getting frustrated about the dishes. Something with your partner. Something with work. What is it in your life that's constantly reoccurring that you don't care for? That you don't like? What is that trigger? What is that theme? What is that common denominator? And when it occurs, when it happens, write it down. As much detail as possible. However you want to express it. Within 2 weeks to a month to 2 months, you're going to sit down, and no matter how many reoccurrences, or maybe you just have 2, you're going to sit with them. Okay? And understand what needs to be changed. But it's almost like, I would say this exercise is almost like dream state. Okay? You're going to write down what happened to you. Okay? And what occurred and what you didn't like. And you're going to have pages of this. And as you read it, it's going to bring you back to that dreamlike state. You know, because already now it's in the past. And you're going to be able to have more of an understanding of it. You're going to be able to step back from it, which is key. You can only fix a problem when you step back and look at the whole of it. And then you're going to look at, how have I been handling it? And how should I change it? This can turn your whole life upside down. This can bring in flow into your life. But once again, there's going to be muse energy. to go along with triggers, themes, reoccurring. Listen to it. Listen to the energy muse right before you sit down to reflect on what you've written. Listen to the muse. Read the following statements that you have written down, and then listen to the muse again. And be blown away on how you start understanding self. And then that helps you fix what you don't like. So this is triggers, themes, reoccurring things in your life.